distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and members of the academic community. Welcome to my channel, Words of Inspiration. I welcome you to this session on Shocking Truths, How to Keep Kids Safe Online. My name is Masood Saeed, a psychologist in mental health and well-being. Welcome to this special lecture by Masood Saeed titled Shocking Truths, How to Keep Kids Safe Online. Today we embark on a journey through the digital world our children now inhabit. Our children's curiosity is boundless. The internet, like a vast ocean, invites them to explore, to learn, and to connect. But with every opportunity comes a hidden danger. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ. Translated as, do not follow that of which you have no knowledge. Curiosity is a gift, but it must be guided with wisdom. This verse cautions against speaking or acting without certainty. Islam emphasizes responsibility for our words, actions, and even thoughts. Our senses and heart are trusts from Allah, and we will be held accountable for their use. True wisdom is seeking knowledge before judgment, ensuring truth, justice, and sincerity guide our lives. Muslim psychologists and Western scientists agree. The digital world is a paradox. It offers creativity and connection, yet exposes children to risks we never imagined. Money and fame tempt young minds. According to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as recorded in Al-Bukhari and Muslim, Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'yati. Translated as, every one of you is a shepherd and is responsible for his flock. We must protect our children from the lure of online predators and materialism. This hadith highlights personal responsibility. Whether as parents, leaders, or community members, each of us is entrusted with people and duties under our care. True leadership is stewardship, fulfilling obligations with justice, compassion, and sincerity. Accountability before Allah reminds us that neglect is betrayal, while care and guidance are acts of worship. Fear is natural. Muslim and Western doctors, historians, and philosophers have long studied how fear shapes our actions. But fear alone cannot keep our children safe. Instead, we must act with knowledge and preparedness. Both Islamic and Western scholars emphasize the importance of education, vigilance, and compassion in guiding the next generation. This is our paradox. To empower our children to thrive online while shielding them from harm. Let us begin this journey together with faith, wisdom, and practical steps. In the digital world, curiosity is a double-edged sword. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ. Translated as, do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Yet children's natural curiosity can lead them into unknown and risky online spaces. This verse teaches caution, responsibility, and integrity. Acting or speaking without knowledge leads to harm and misguidance. Allah reminds us that our senses and hearts are trusts for which we will be held accountable. True faith requires verifying truth, seeking sound knowledge, and aligning our actions with wisdom and sincerity. In the digital world, curiosity is a double-edged sword. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ, translated as, do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Yet children's natural curiosity can lead them into unknown and risky online spaces. This verse warns against assumptions, speculation, and baseless claims. Every word, thought, and deed must be grounded in truth. Our hearing, sight, and heart will all testify on the day of judgment. The path of safety lies in seeking authentic knowledge, guarding the tongue, and living with mindfulness of Allah. Danger often hides behind friendly screens. Psychologists warn that predators exploit trust, using games and chats to lure children. As reported in the Hadith, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "A believer is not stung from the same hole twice." Money is a powerful motivator. According to Nancy E. Willard, 2012, in Cyber Safe Kids, Cyber Savvy Teens, helping young people learn to use the internet safely and responsibly, Josie Base, page 142. Children are often targeted with offers of gifts or cash in exchange for personal information or risky behavior. Islamic scholars remind us that, as stated in Islamic teachings, wealth gained through harm is forbidden. Fear is used as a weapon. Predators threaten or shame children to keep them silent. Psychologists and doctors stress the importance of open communication and support. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 175. فَلَا تَخَافُهُمْ وَخَافُونِ, translated as, do not fear them but fear me. This verse shifts our perspective on fear. Believers are not to be paralyzed by fear of people, threats, or worldly powers. True fear belongs to Allah alone, for He holds all control. Such God consciousness, taqwa, strengthens faith, giving courage, dignity, and resilience against any trial. The paradox of the internet is that it connects and isolates, educates, and endangers. Historians and philosophers, both Muslim and Western, urge us to balance opportunity with caution. Our faith and collective wisdom guide us to recognize and address these threats, protecting our children in both seen and unseen worlds. In Islam, curiosity is seen as a gift, an invitation to seek knowledge. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36. وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَارَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Translated as, and do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those one will be questioned. This verse stresses responsibility in seeking and using knowledge. A believer must avoid assumptions, gossip, and baseless claims, as every faculty, such as hearing, sight, and heart, will testify on the day of judgment. True safety lies in grounding words and actions in verified truth, with humility before Allah's ultimate knowledge. We are encouraged to ask questions and explore, but always within the boundaries of what is good and safe. According to Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, 1994, in Miftah Dar al-Sa'ada, Dar al-Kutub al-Ilmiya, Volume 1, page 215, Muslim scholars remind us that curiosity should be guided by wisdom, especially in environments where deception exists. Applied today, this extends to the online world, where not everything is as it seems. According to Paul Okami, 2011, in Child Development, A Cultural Approach, Pearson Higher Education, page 214, Western psychologists agree that healthy curiosity leads to learning, but unchecked curiosity can expose children to harm. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَارَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Translated as, and do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those, one will be questioned. This verse teaches accountability over our senses and thoughts. Islam warns against blind following, assumptions, and spreading claims without proof. Every word we utter, what we listen to, and what we gaze upon will be questioned by Allah. True wisdom lies in seeking authentic knowledge and guarding our faculties with responsibility. According to the Quran, Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 71, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا خُذُوا حِذْرَكُمْ فَانْفِرُوا ثُبَاتٍ أَوْ انْفِرُوا جَمِيعًا. Translated as, O you who have believed, take your precaution, and either go forth in companies or go forth altogether. Kisaki. This verse calls believers to vigilance, unity, and preparedness. Faith is not passive. It requires responsibility, discipline, and readiness to defend truth and uphold justice. By organizing and supporting one another, the Ummah stays strong. True believers combine reliance on Allah with practical measures of caution and collective strength. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that we must protect ourselves and our families from harm, including unseen threats. According to Dr. Muhammad Al-Bar and Hassan Chamsi Pasha, 2015, in Contemporary Bioethics, Islamic Perspective, Springer, page 134, Muslim doctors and scientists emphasize the importance of digital awareness as part of ethical responsibility in safeguarding individuals and families. According to Howard Reingold, 2012, in NetSmart, How to Thrive Online, MIT Press, page 47, Western experts highlight the need for critical thinking and online caution to navigate the digital world safely. Honesty is essential, and greed and exploitation are warned against. According to Imam Ibn Khaldun, 13 Semil C. 1967, in Al-Muqaddimah, Princeton University Press Edition, page 302, Muslim historians and philosophers discuss how financial temptation can lead to exploitation, especially for children, warning that greed often corrupts social and moral order. According to Robert C. Ellickson, 2010, in The Household, Informal Order Around the Hearth, Princeton University Press, page 198, Western financial experts echo these concerns, advising parents to teach children about online scams and the value of integrity. Money is a powerful motivator online. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, Chapter 2, Verse 188. وَلَا تَأْكُلُوا أَمْوَالَكُمْ بَيْنَكُمْ بِالْبَاطِلِ وَتُدْلُوا بِهَا إِلَى الْحُكَّمِ لِتَأْكُلُوا فَرْقًا مِنْ أَمْوَالِ النَّاسِ بِالْإِثْمِ وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Translated as, and do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, or send it in bribery to the rulers in order that they might aid you to consume a portion of the wealth of the people in sin, while you know it is unlawful. Wherein said, this verse reminds us that the pursuit of money, while powerful, must never override justice and ethics. Online platforms can tempt with fraud, exploitation, or manipulation, but Islam demands honesty. True barakah, blessing, in wealth comes from lawful earnings, while ill-gotten gains corrupt the soul and destroy trust in society. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Imran, Chapter 3, Verse 175. إِنَّمَا ذَلِكُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ يُخَوِّفُ أَوْلِيَاءَهُ فَلَا تَخَافُوهُمْ وَخَافُونِي إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنًا. Translated as, it is only Shaitan who frightens you of his supporters. So do not fear them, but fear me if you are indeed believers. This verse teaches that fear should not be placed in creation, but in the Creator. Shaitan instills fear of people and worldly threats to weaken faith, yet true believers anchor their fear and awe in Allah alone. Real courage arises from taqwa, for whoever fears Allah has nothing else to fear. With faith and knowledge we can overcome fear. According to Malik Badri, 2000, in the Contemplation, an Islamic Psycho-Spiritual Study, International Institute of Islamic Thought, page 78, Muslim psychologists teach that children should face their fears with courage and trust in Allah, nurturing resilience through faith. According to Elizabeth K. Englander, 2013, in Bullying and Cyberbullying, What Every Educator Needs to Know, Harvard Education Press, page 74, Western child psychologists recommend open conversations to help children manage online anxieties. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Imran, Chapter 3, Verse 175. إِنَّمَا ذَلِكُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ يُخَوِّفُ أَوْلِيَاءَهُ فَلَا تَخَافُوهُمْ وَخَافُونِي إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنًا. Translated as, it is only Shaitan who frightens his supporters, so do not fear them, but fear me if you are indeed believers. This verse teaches that fear is often a tool of Shaitan, who magnifies threats to weaken faith. True believers redirect fear towards Allah alone, for He controls all affairs. By placing trust in Him, fear of people and worldly challenges diminishes, giving strength, courage, and peace to the heart. The digital world is full of paradoxes, opportunities and risks, connection and isolation. Islam teaches balance, to use technology for good but avoid excess and harm. Muslim and Western philosophers alike urge us to reflect, set boundaries, and use wisdom in every online interaction. By blending Islamic guidance with expert advice from around the world, We can help our children navigate the online world with confidence, faith, and wisdom. His is our amana, our sacred trust. Protecting our children online is a journey that requires more than good intentions. According to the Quran, Surah Taha, chapter 20, verse 114. فَتَعَالَى اللَّهُ الْمَالِكُ الْحَقِّ وَلَا تَعْجَلْ بِالْقُرْآنِ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يُقْضَى إِلَيْكَ وَحْيُهُ وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنَا عِلْمًا. Translated as, So exalted is Allah, the Sovereign, the Truth, and do not hasten with the Quran before its revelation is completed to you, and say, My Lord, increase me in knowledge. This verse highlights Allah's supreme majesty and the believer's duty of humility before His wisdom. Even the Prophet ﷺ was instructed to seek patience with revelation and continually ask for knowledge. It reminds us that true learning is lifelong and that wisdom flourishes when rooted in humility and prayer. We are encouraged to seek knowledge and act with wisdom, qualities echoed by psychologists and educators worldwide. Our first step is to nurture curiosity, not suppress it, guiding our children to ask questions and explore safely, but curiosity can lead to danger if left unchecked. As stated in a hadith narrated in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned us to protect our flock. Kulukum ra'in wa kulukum mas'ulun an ra'yatih. Translated as, Every one of you is a shepherd, and every one of you will be asked about his flock. According to Catherine Steiner-Adair, 2013, in The Big Disconnect, Protecting Childhood and Family Relationships in the Digital Age, HarperCollins, page 87, Western psychologists agree that parents should set clear boundaries, use parental controls, monitor online activity, and talk openly about the risks children may face. According to Catherine Steiner-Adair, 2013, in The Big Disconnect, Protecting Childhood and Family Relationships in the Digital Age, HarperCollins, page 87. Western psychology studies emphasize the importance of setting clear boundaries, using parental controls, monitoring online activity, and talking openly about the risk children may face. Experts also recommend using parental controls and monitoring online activity. Short. Talk openly about the risks children may face. As noted by financial experts, it is important to discuss online spending, in-app purchases, and the importance of honesty and trust. Fear is natural, but it should not control our actions. According to the Quran, Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 160. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم وإن يخذلكم فمن ذا الذي ينصركم من بعده وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون. Translated as, If Allah should aid you, no one can overcome you. But if He should forsake you, who is there that can aid you after Him? And upon Allah let the believers rely. This verse teaches that true strength and victory come only from Allah. Neither numbers, wealth, nor power can guarantee success without His support. Believers are reminded to place full trust, tawakkul, in Allah, for He alone grants protection, aid, and honor. Reliance on Him is the essence of faith. We are reminded to trust in Allah. According to Dana Boyd, 2014, in is complicated, The Social Lives of Networked Teens, Yale University Press, page 211. Western experts urge us to replace fear with knowledge. Create a safe space for your children to share their worries and reassure them that mistakes are part of learning. The digital world is full of paradoxes. It connects and divides, educates and distracts. According to Islamic scholars and Western philosophers, we must seek balance. Encourage your children to use technology for good, learning, creativity, and connection, while setting limits to protect their well-being. As Western philosophers also remind us, encourage your children to use technology for good learning, creativity, and connection, while setting limits to protect their well-being. Make online safety a regular conversation, not a one-time lecture. Ask about the apps they use, the games they play, and the friends they make online, just as you would about their day at school. Listen without judgment, and let them know you are always there to help. Listen without judgment, and let them know you are always there to help. Let your children know you are always there to help. Educate yourself about the latest trends, risks, and tools. According to Western scientists and Muslim scholars, lifelong learning is essential. Only by understanding the digital landscape can we guide our children through it. According to Imam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, 2001, in Ihya Ulum al-Din, The Revival of the Religious Sciences, Islamic Texts Society, page 212, Muslim scholars emphasize that guidance requires understanding. Only by comprehending the challenges of an age can parents effectively guide their children. In today's context, this extends to the digital landscape. Only by understanding it can we guide our children through it. Teaching children about the online world is part of our amana, trust. Just as the Quran and Hadith guide us with stories full of wisdom, we can use relatable examples to instill values of caution and responsibility. Blending timeless Islamic lessons with modern awareness nurtures resilience, discernment, and God consciousness in the digital age. Disclaimer: the content in this video is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult a qualified expert for guidance specific to your situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with more inspiring content. Your support helps us reach more people and keep these important conversations alive. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or personal experiences. Share them in the comments below. Your voice truly matters. Together we can build a meaningful dialogue that benefits us all. Thank you for watching. May this video serve as a source of knowledge and reflection.